Hello everybody, Jim here to talk about all the new ship stuff in 3.0. That includes, reworks like the Cutlass and the Aurora. That includes new ships like the Prospector and the Dragonfly. That includes the Saber Raven. But unfortunately, I don't have a Saber Raven. I almost did. I almost got one. I was there, ready to pre-order an Octane drive, literally within an hour of them announcing it at CitizenCon. Unfortunately, all I had to get it with at the moment was PayPal, and they would not accept PayPal for pre-orders, so I gave up and forgot about it. I was going to get that Octane drive and then resell it, because I'm not made of money, and there are plenty of people out there who'd like to get a discount for the Octane drive and don't give a crap about the Saber Raven. So essentially, I would have gotten a Saber Raven for like 40 or 50 bucks, but didn't happen. If anybody out there did that, and you would like to go into free flight with me and talk about your Saber Raven experience, and maybe let me fly it in free flight, I would really appreciate it. If not, I'm sure I'll get to mess with it eventually. They often give us lots of different ships to test out mechanics in the Evocati and the PTU, so sooner or later I'll probably get my hands on it. But for now, sadly, I don't have it, so I can't review it. So I'm going to try and get all of this done as fast as possible, which probably isn't going to be that fast because I'm notoriously long-winded. Here we go. I thought we'd kick this shindig off with the Dragonfly Black, because this is the one that is just labeled Dragonfly when you call it up in the menu. It's like the base model. And it is gorgeous. I love the matte black with the chrome. It looks fantastic. I absolutely love this concept. This is probably the most surprising concept in the game to me, because I did not expect an open canopy spaceship that fits inside of other spaceships when they gave this to us. What I expected, and I have pictures that I drew for a contest on the matter, was something that looked and functioned a lot more like the Buccaneer. I was very happy that this was what we got instead, and the Buccaneer is my favorite fighter. So yeah, this is a really cool concept. Just a quick overview on what it does for people who might not know. This is a space and land motorcycle. The guy on the back can hold a gun and shoot people while you fly. The guy on the front can fly this inside of another spaceship to be taken down to ground, where you can then zip over water and land equally and even a little bit up into the air. Functionality on this thing is really cool. Almost as cool as the fact that basically all it is some levitating cargo plates glued to the bottom of an engine and a guidance system. It just speaks volumes for the design choices made by Drake. It's rugged and it's simple and it's probably easy to fix. I like it very much, and I hope that we see plates exactly like that stuck to the bottom of cargo containers and lifts in Star Citizen later on. What you would use this for on the ground, aside from just getting around quickly and moving over water, is when you attack infantry, you're going to have shielding. Now, it's very light shielding, but infantry has light guns for the most part, so a lot of the people you run into are going to be firing energy weapons at you that do almost nothing, and ballistic weapons which are severely reduced in damage by the shielding. On the front you have ship-scale weapons, which are not big on, say, a capital ship, but when you mount them on something that can shoot at people standing on the ground, you are very likely to wreck somebody's day with these relatively small weapons. You'll also find that it's got a cargo spot on the back here. You see that little box, the little silver-lined boxes? That's something that the Knox, the other space motorcycle, and the X1, the other space motorcycle, don't have. So that's pretty handy too. In space, this becomes something else altogether. Currently, it is a little bit faster than most of the cargo ships and much better with acceleration. What you'll find is you're going to be able to easily catch cargo ships if you're flying on one of these and using it as a pirate. Add to that the fact that you've got this derpy dude sitting on the back here who can fire while you fly and then jump off while you fly away to board the ship that you're chasing, and the fact that you can replace these 2 size 1 weapons on the front with sucker punch distortion cannons, and you're going to mess up somebody's shields. And then you combine that with the fact that you can fit like 15 of these in a Caterpillar, which is also faster than most cargo ships. You will then have 30 sucker punch distortion cannons and or lasers firing at a large ship's shields, and that is not small potatoes. That's something that's going to take your shields down really quick. Then they'll start on your engines and take those out, and then that guy will be jumping off the back to climb into your ship while the horde of dragonflies from the nearby caterpillar keeps suppressing fire on everything around you. I really like this concept. I think it is one of the better ones in Star Citizen, and I will definitely have a dragonfly when I start the game, although not this one. And here we are on the Dragonfly Yellow Jacket. The only difference is the color, and I think that difference is pretty sweet. I like the black and chrome. I like the yellow and black even better. It's got a very construction, danger, caution vibe to it, and I think that looks cool. I will almost certainly have one of these when the game launches, and I don't know, just something about the black and yellow really, really looks good. Okay, here we are on the Dragonfly Star Kitten. It's pink. It's got a kitty. It's a dragonfly. I don't know what else you can say to that. It's just a skin, but I think it looks fantastic. I would absolutely fly one of these, and if I don't get one in-game, it's either because I can't get a hold of it, or because I found a skin that I like better. Yep, that is the Star Kitten. Hello, kitty. We're out here on the Dragonfly Yellow Jacket, running around the racetrack. I'll leave it to people who are better than I at racing to show you what this thing can do, for lap times. Right now, I just wanted to give you an idea of what it feels like to fly this thing around, what kind of agility you can expect from it, and it's actually pretty good. I'm reasonably happy with the way this turned out. The top speed and acceleration is pretty good, and you're going to be able to catch things is the important thing for this ship, I think. The slower cargo ships won't have a chance. The one thing that I didn't really consider, I mean, I knew it intellectually and logically, but the one thing that I didn't really consider was the fact that the very, very slim profile of this ship lets you get in real close to stuff. Like things that you couldn't do in other ships, you can certainly do in this one. Ooh, pass out. You can zip through spaces other people can't fit, just like, somebody running from the cops on a four-wheeler in real life, not that I know anyone who's ever done that, can slip through alleys and cornfields to get away from larger vehicles. This is going to slip through narrow crevices and asteroid fields and hopefully cities and all these other places that you're likely to go on a motorcycle-sized craft. So yeah, flight-wise, I'm very happy with the way this... Oops! Very happy with the way this turned out. And I think that is a great way to end this particular review for this ship. Moving on. Okay, now we're on the Knox. The Knox also looks awesome. I mean, there's no getting around it. It just looks cool. It's got basically the same armaments as the Dragonfly. It's a little bit faster, accelerates a little bit better, does a little worse over rough terrain. One interesting feature is the armor that slides up over your back. You see how that covers your back a little bit? And if I come up here and we look down, it's actually going to be pretty good protection from small arms fire. It's going to really limit the amount of, you that can get shot. It's also got a windshield covering you, which also should protect you a little bit if you happen to get into a fight. I like the Knox. I particularly like the sounds for the Knox, but I'm not as big a fan of the look, and I prefer the more rugged nature of the Dragonfly. So I probably won't be owning one of these, but if you want to go fast on land, this is probably going to be your best bet. As far as I can tell, the Aopoa? Aopoa. We're going with Aopoa Knox. Is basically Dragonfly Light. It's faster. It's probably more maneuverable. We've got better acceleration. All of these things are true. It's also a little bit explodier and presumably not quite as stable. That's what they tell us. So on the whole, it's like the Dragonfly, except a little faster and a little more explodey. The one thing I think it has that the Dragonfly does not is sound design. So we're going to leave the track here for a minute, and I just want to listen to what this thing sounds like when you move for a minute. Here goes. That sounds awesome. It's like, it's insectile and mechanical, and it kind of reminds me of like maybe the Cartual? I don't know, but it sounds good. I love the way it sounds. I like the way it looks, but on the whole, I'll probably take the Dragonfly instead because I don't know. I like the slightly more rugged feel, and I like blowing up less. That's probably why I'll go with that. But there's still nothing wrong with this Knox. It is a good little ship, and I would recommend anybody who wants something small and quick and good on the ground to pick one up. They're not even all that expensive. Whee! Oh man, that's fun. Here we have the Ursa Rover. I've really been looking forward to this thing. I've been wanting to see a ground vehicle for quite a while that looks like a tank, and this is the closest that we've got. Unfortunately, I could not get it out onto a planet. I tried for over an hour tonight, and my brother even tried to help me, and what ended up happening was I crashed twice when I got to a planet to spawn one. One of those times was directly over a base where I could summon it, and the third time I tried to get into my brother's ship, and he crushed me with the door on a constellation. He crushed me to death. Got a criminal rating, and we didn't even realize it until we got to the base and somebody tried to shoot us down in a saber, at which point we crashed. So over an hour of trying to get this on the planet, I could not do it. So we're just going to look at it here. This thing is phenomenal. It's got 4 seats in the back. It's got cargo plating. It's got a little bitty... Oh, ooh. Would that close automatically? Oh no, that was the door opening. It's got a little bitty, stop it! Locker here, and you can hold your weapons. This is basically a little bitty assault vehicle. If we come outside, you can see it's got 6-wheel drive. It's got 2 ship-scale weapons. Those look like bulldogs that zip up and stick on top there to shoot forward. It's got an awesome cockpit. Unfortunately, I won't be able to drive it on a planet tonight. The good news is, this you can drive in the hangar. I did not expect that. It's a little hard to drive, and it's a little buggy in here, but you actually can get it moving. There you go. See that shield's kicking up? Let's see if we can get this thing to go for a little bit of a ride. Alright, it took me a minute, but I got it moving. Let's see how quick we can get it going inside of here. Oh wow, it does not handle well on the turns. This is clearly a straight line vehicle. Yarr! There we go. That's not too bad once you get it up to speed. But my brother tells me this is actually a lot faster than you would expect, and the suspension works really, really well. But there is one other thing that I have been desperate to try since I realized, smash! You can drive this thing in the hangar. Can anybody guess what that is? So I saw a picture of the Ursa Rover inside the Starfarer, and I'd tried to do it before, but this is what happened in the hangar. Then I saw a picture that my brother sent me that somebody else had actually done it, so I thought, clearly it's possible. It occurs to me now that the physics in the hangar might be a little bit different than the physics in the PTU. So, yeah, this still does not work. But I have one more idea. Come on. Oh, no. Okay, I don't think that was going to work. Aw, that's sad. And that's all I have for 3.0 today. You're not getting the rest of the video because it was 33 minutes and 40 seconds long, and virtually nobody on this channel will stick around for that. So instead, tomorrow you get the Aurora rework. That's hard to say. Aurora rework. That was fun. Anyway, you get the Aurora rework, you get the Cutlass rework, and the Prospectors. So if you're interested in those, come back tomorrow. It will be here. Otherwise, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow, because I already have the video edited, so I'm pretty sure I can get it up. Oh man, that didn't come out right. I just said Aurora rework, Man, I'm tired. Screw it. We're keeping it in. I'll see you guys tomorrow.